This is Blaine Davis, and I'm here with the members of Proxy Moon, who are
Ingrid Peters,
Pat Grizel,
Anne Wary,
Chris Hall,
and Steve Bird.
We're very interested in your songwriting process. What kind of inspiration, collaboration takes place when you guys are putting together the music for your various tunes?
Anne and I are, I think, the only maybe actual songwriters in the band. I write most of the songs for the band. Some of Anne's songs we use. My process is typically I get some idea, maybe it's just a line or maybe it's just a piece of music, and kind of goes from there, and then it takes me 10 years to finish the song, which is kind of true. And even when it's done, I change it for the next 10 years, and then eventually something happens. There's a line you walk, a line you toe. There's a line you give to someone you think you know. I must confess to being asleep at my post, although it's arbitrary, I choose to miss you most. And there's a line you cross, a line in the sand. There's a line you speak to someone with your hat in your hand. I speak these words to my old ghost, although it's arbitrary, I choose to miss you most. Although it's arbitrary, I choose to miss you most. And there's a shot you fire, there's a shot you take, a shot in the dark you mistake for love sometimes. Shot you fire, there's a shot you take, a shot in the dark you mistake for love sometimes. And there's a shot you crave, a shot you drink, there's a shot you hear far away or so you think. At the top of the hill, well, I begin to coast. Although it's arbitrary, I choose to miss you most. Although it's arbitrary, I choose to miss you most.
How did this band come together? How did you guys all know each other from before, or you met during music? How?
Steve and I were in a previous band called Junkyard Burlesque with Brady McKay and Chuck Bond and a couple other people here and there. And that band kind of disbanded for various reasons. It was a disband at that point. But Steve and I started working on just recording some of my songs, and that's how our CD actually started. Along the way, we met Ann, and then we met Ingrid, who we both stole. I mean, we stole them both from the same other band, which I think is kind of cool. And Chris is kind of the new guy on the block, but Steve and I have been at this for a very long time. So almost like, I don't know, 12, 13 years or something that we've been playing together. And Steve actually is a big influence on how these songs get arranged and how that all comes together. We work together a lot on the songs. You got it? You good? Okay. 2, 3. There's a moon going down and a cold wind blowing. It ain't far away till the sleet and the snow come back in. The rain down below. Down below. I told you I'd be back by 4, but that was back in '87. And all I remember is when we danced, you looked like heaven, looked like heaven. Baby, you look just like heaven. Just like heaven. I always knew the difference in the way we are. You count your blessings, and I count the stars. When we came to that turn in the road, I said, hang on and smile. You tighten down the load. You tighten down the load. You were a dirty girl. It's one thing I liked about you. It's been a long time, baby, that I've been out here without you, been without you. But I was born without you. Born without you. Just let it go, and you say you forgive. When we came to that dead-end road, I said I wish you well, but you hung on like a stone. You hung on like a stone. Now the streets are wet. There was no way of knowing. Well, I'd be driving all day
I know that you used some what might be considered unusual instruments in some of your songs, the anvil and hammer, the saw, the washboard. How did you come to incorporate, how do those play into the music that you write and or play?
You feel that way.
All right. Well, I guess as a singer, I don't really like to just be singing backups exclusively. I actually adore singing backups. I should make that explicit. I think it's really fun. But to just stand there and look longingly at the singer while they're singing and waiting for my oohs and ahs is not really enough. And I just want to contribute more. And I like the idea of being able to add color and texture and interest. But as a trained vocalist and not an instrumentalist, I'm like, well, what can I do? I can bang on things and I can kind of toot on things and shake things, and that's what I do. Like, I just sort of like, well, okay, this song could have something that's sort of like tinkle blinkly, or this song could have something kind of boom boomy or whatever. And now that I've started doing that, I'm being asked to do it more. And it's kind of funny because I come to the show and I guess, well, Steve's got a big bass, but I'm carrying so much stuff. And I'm like, I'm a singer. Why am I carrying all this stuff to every show? It's kind of crazy.
Anybody after some cow tipping after the...
Yeah! Elbro!
Okay, we're rolling. It is funny, and it doesn't hurt them. Ready? Oh. Hey.
Fix up your hair, paint up your toes, call everybody that anybody knows. Anything can happen, and anything goes. It's gonna be hell, hell down in the bottom. Well, you can steal a car, you can bum a ride, but get the first thing smoking to the riverside. Whatever you're offered, baby, open up wide. It's gonna be hell, hell down in the bottom. Place looks deserted, ain't nobody home. The screen door's busted out, the chimney's gone. Looks like tonight we might just go too far, but don't you worry about it, baby, just get in the car. And you can snap your fingers, you can clap your hands, grab the first thing wiggling where you stand. Wave goodbye to the promised land. Bye-bye. It's gonna be hell, hell down in the bottom. You ain't been living too long, you just been living too hard. Pucker up and whistle like you're calling my name. I keep flicking my matches down into the flame. And if you run out of trouble, you can chase some of mine. Got these sharp born angels taking up my time, and it won't be over till we're over the line.
be hell, hell down in the bottom. I know it's gonna be hell, hell down in the bottom, down in the bottom, hell down in the bottom, way down in the bottom, down in the bottom.
The lyrics for your songs, what's your inspiration when you're, I know you said you take up to 10 years to write a song, but how are you inspired? How are you inspired to write the lyrics?
I look for a story if there's one to find. You know, sometimes I just completely make the thing up. As a storyteller, I mean, I really have worked as a poet for much of my life. You know, a serious writer, and so that is both a help and a hindrance with songwriting, because I can't write a really simple song. Whenever I get a simple song like "Wanted to Kiss You" or something like that, I'm really happy because it comes out, it's there, it's done. But the more complicated songs, I will just linger over a word for weeks. That's not the right word. I can't use that word. It's not the right word. You know, so it's really like applying the same kind of craft to the lyrics as I would in writing a poem. You know, music is a different thing for me. One thing I say all the time is that what I bring to the band is songwriting. They're much more skilled musicians than I'll ever be, and that's just the honest truth. I'm not being modest. They just really are. I'm a decent songwriter and put together a pretty good progression. Steve's really helpful in working out some things and suggesting alternative, chord changes and stuff like that. So, but everybody does that. Once a song exists, then we all work on it, and people go, "Oh, what if we did this here?" And which is really helpful for me because I don't have that kind of technical skill.
The parts come in one at a time.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah.
Except when they come in all at once,
True.
Except then.
which is also our specialty.
Yes.
Right.
2, 3, and. Big George is sleeping in the Elm Tree Motel again. He spends his nights out on the street. The old tavern's all lit up. It's a beacon in a whiskey cup when it's raining out. And it's raining out. It's not the place I know from a long time ago, before they shot poor Bobby down. Yeah, and it was raining when we saw old Bobby again, the day we laid him in the ground. There's a room down here on the bottom, if you've got a mind to come. There's always music there, always somebody saying hello, old friend, welcome home. The old house down by the tracks always seems to call me back. It's like we're both caught in a dream. All my old friends appear. It's just the rain that keeps them here till it's gone, and they're gone. coming back to remind me love is the same wherever you go. It's like an old photograph, can make you cry or make you laugh. Faces you won't see anymore. My bones are cold, and this rain is getting old, and I'm tired of all these sad old dreams. Well, I'm just remembering a time when everything was just as sweet as it seems. Just as sweet as it seems.